Founded in 1988 by Dr. Bernard Harris Jr., the Harris Foundation has supported and created programs to empower students to recognize their full potential and pursue their dreams. To honor their involvement with HISD, we would like to recognize the Harris Foundation as the HISD Community Connection Spotlight Partner of the Month. Joining me now is Dr. Bernard Harris Jr. Thank you so much for being here today.
I'm happy to be here.
Let's talk a little bit about the educational mission of the Harris Foundation that you founded so many years ago.
So the Harris Foundation focuses in three areas: education, health, and wealth. Our largest programs are our education programs, where we try to do programs that impact not only the students but the communities. Okay.
Now, I'm very familiar with you, but many of our viewers may not be. So can you share a little bit of your professional background and some very special places that you've traveled to?
Well, yes, that's right. I started out my career as a doctor. I'm a Mayo trained internist, and then started doing research at NASA. Eventually became an astronaut in 1990 and flew 2 missions on board Columbia, the first one for about 2 weeks. And the second was Discovery, where we were the first shuttle to go to the Russian space station. Wow. And on that particular mission, I actually got a chance to go outside. So I donned this 350-pound suit and walked outside.
That is amazing.
Yep.
Now, so we're very fortunate that you're bringing your knowledge of STEM back into the schools. What inspired you to do that as a professional?
Well, I think it started, if I can put it this way, when I was in space, I had an extraterrestrial mission, and that extraterrestrial mission, of course, was to fly in space and do the spacewalk and all the things that my bosses at the time told me. But I think as astronauts, we have in my respect, a requirement to come back here and share that experience with young people here on Earth. And so my terrestrial mission now is to give back in that way. I started out right here in Houston in a very poor area, and if I then convey my background and then tell people that no matter, or students, no matter what background they come from, that they can reach the heights that I have, I think that's a powerful message to deliver.
Okay. So when you talk about the challenges, what are some of the challenges you feel that educators are facing in terms of when they're teaching the STEM education? You know,
I think the main issue that I see in our schools today is that we don't spend enough time connecting the dots for young people. Kids must understand how taking biology and chemistry and mathematics relates to their everyday life. And so what we try to do in our programs is make it interactive, make it engaging, so that kids understand why is it important for them to be educated in STEM, science, technology, engineering, and mathematics.
Okay. I know that one of your signature events, you had many HISD students participate. Tell us a little bit about that event and how many students were involved.
If you look at our involvement with just HISD, we have been involved in over 10,000 students representing about 100 different schools here in Houston alone. Most of our programs, though, are national programs, and one of those programs you're referring to is called our Dream Tour, where we brought 10,000 kids from not only HISD, but other area school districts to the Toyota Center at one time in downtown Houston for a pep rally on STEM, and it was, I have to tell you, it was very exciting.
That is amazing. So will you be doing that Dream Tour again? Or?
Yeah, in fact, we have taken that Dream Tour not only around this nation, I think we've been to 42 cities so far, and actually 3 countries. Last year we went to Nigeria, South Africa, and Angola.
Okay. Who are some of your partners that support your efforts?
Well, our largest partner on the education side is ExxonMobil, the ExxonMobil Foundation, and they have been with us for about 7 years. They help us take our summer science camp from 2 camps that started right here in Houston at the University of Houston to now over 20 camps nationally, so we're pretty excited about that. They're also our signature sponsor for the Dream Tour. And then that's on the education side. On the health side, we have the Robert Wood Johnson Foundation, and so we are their national office for community health leaders. And that's a big program, again, a national program. And then lastly, we just formed a relationship with Capital One and also the Federal Reserve to start a program at another HISD school called Marshall around financial literacy.
Okay, that's wonderful. So what type of new programs or initiatives can we expect from the Harris Foundation coming up?
Yeah, a lot. I'm not one to just sit down and not do anything, so
Why am I not surprised?
I always get my staff to come in with these wild ideas, and my next idea is an online learning center. And I said, you've got to make this happen. And this is so that we can provide a portal where students, teachers, and parents can go to find out about programs, but more importantly, to get curriculum around STEM education. And I think that's just so important. And it will, in my estimation, act as the backbone or foundation for all of our programs.
Okay, so it's important for our educators and the general community to get in touch with the Harris Foundation so they can take advantage of these wonderful opportunities and programs. Can you please let us know how that can happen?
I sure can. Here's my commercial. If you want to know about our programs, go to www.theharrisfoundation.org. And if you forget that, just Google Bernard Harris and it'll show up.
Okay. Well, we appreciate all that you do, and we look forward to continuing to work with you to broaden the minds of the students in the area of STEM, as well as our educators, exposing them so they can continue educating our students. We thank you so much.
My pleasure.
From camouflage carnivorous insects to a new dinosaur hall that's as big as a football field, this Houston treasure has helped generations of students and educators develop a love for science. Find out more when HISD Community Connections comes right back.